Hello and welcome to PTZOptics Live.
Happy Friday to all of our friends on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and
LinkedIn. We are live every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. And today we're talking about some very interesting topics. What does it mean to have a high frame rate camera? What does it mean to have a high bit rate live stream? How to stream that high bit rate stream to multiple content networks? Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, as Tess mentioned. And how do we bring all of that into a multi-camera production for something like live sports? So welcome to our studio. We have an awesome show for you guys today. In fact, we have a couple awesome weeks coming up, so we're going to brief you guys on that just now. So the first thing, I don't know if Tess, you want to start or do you want me to start?
It's up to you, boss.
All right, you start, Tess.
As Paul mentioned, we are talking today about live streaming in a high bit rate, high frame rate. This is an instant replay system that we're going to be exploring. We are PTZOptics. If you're new here, especially for our LinkedIn friends, we sell live streaming cameras, robotic cameras. They work great in a sports environment. So that's really the application that this is going to be helpful for today. So stay tuned.
And not only that, but we're going to be talking about why Tess put me in a frame.
We're talking about frame rates. I was having a hard time designing what would make sense for this. So I said, why not just like throw Paul in a frame? Frame?
Okay. All right. Okay.
Hey,
I'm gonna jump over to my whiteboard in a little bit and break it down where the cloud fits in, where the cameras fit in, where the video production and coding software fits in. That frame is just one small part of it.
Cracking myself up here. All of this is possible through a variety of tools, but we are going to be talking about this particular tool from X Keys. That's going to give us our jog dial and allow our producer Michael to speed things up, slow things down, and rewind some of the action.
Awesome. Next, we have a special mic that is set up, a shotgun microphone from Audio Technica that's actually pointing at our ping pong table. So you should be hearing some really good ambient noise that goes with this whole live broadcast to really make a fun production.
Be good to bring you guys into all the action with that ambiance. We're so happy to be working with Easy Live today. This is what's allowing us to stream to all these multiple destinations, including LinkedIn. So thank you so much to Felipe and the team over at Go Easy Live.
Next, we have a show coming up next week. Despite what I thought, and I think a lot of us think, that radio is dead, 92% of Americans, adults, listen to the radio on a regular basis. So with that being said, live streaming and social media is still actually catching up to how important radio has been in our culture. So there's a radio station just around the corner. It's WCHE 520.
Ooh, good memory.
520. I can't remember AM. It's an AM radio station. We're going to be showing them how to live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch like we're doing here. They're going to show us how to broadcast on AM radio. And together, we're going to try to bridge the gap between radio, television, and streaming. It's going to be a really fun show. It's not going to be on Friday. It's going to be on Thursday at roughly 1 o'clock. So we had to fit into their radio schedule. So our show next week will not be Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern like normal. It's going to be on Thursday at 1 p.m.
12. I think it's actually something like 12:45 to be specific. But moving on, we have another event that we're excited to be a part of, Turk's Head Festival here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. That's going to be for our entertainment and music streamers. So be sure to tune in to that. I believe it's July 21st, as my confidence monitor tells me. So stay tuned for that, guys. That's going to be a really fun one to explore.
And that brings us to the whiteboarding session time. So I'm going to move over to my whiteboard here and just give you guys some of the tech stuff before we look at the ping pong table. But actually, let's cut to our ZCam real quick. I want to give everybody just a little look at what we've got going on here. So here's a wide angle look at a little bit of what's going on in our studio. We have a little 2/3 size ping pong table This is that shotgun mic I was telling you guys about. Over here, you can just barely see our ZCam on a slider. It's slowly moving left to right. We have a PTZOptics 20X SDI over here that's going to do an over-the-shoulder, and we've got a PTZOptics 20X SDI over here doing an over-shoulder from this side. There's a ceiling camera up here. Hi. You're going to see that in a moment, but let's go to the whiteboard. I want to break down the tech for you guys of what we're going to see. All right. So why are we doing high bitrate streaming? A bitrate is essentially the quality of your live stream. Streaming video uses an encoder. So the encoder, basically, we're using vMix today, but Wirecast, XSplit, OBS, all of these great encoders do encoding. And what they do is they take all the cameras, all the mics, bring them all into a production, and then they compress and stream to your content delivery network, your CDN, your Facebook, your YouTube, your Twitch, those types of things, right? And they do that via H.264 generally. That's pretty much the standard. And that stream right there, that bandwidth stream can be really small and pixelated, or it can be a really nice fat pipeline stream that's high bit rate. And high bit rate's important if you're doing high frame rates, high quality. You want to have a lot of information. It's basically the information of this. And another way to put it, which I think is interesting, is if we're looking at a 1920 by 1080p landscape, you could have a 1 megabit per second 1080p stream. That would be low bit rate. That's not a lot of information. Even though you have 1920 by 1080, you don't have a lot of megabits per second to give the information there. Now, Akamai, one of the world's largest CDNs, content delivery networks, says that 6 megabits per second generally is considered excellent quality. This is really good quality. It's better than generally what you even get on Netflix for 1080p video. So we're streaming in 6 megabits per second. Now, here at our office, we have a Comcast internet connection. We're outside Philadelphia. So we have 100 megabits of download speed, but we only actually have 20 megabits of upload speed. And when we try to even use 10 of those upload speeds, we start to have dropped packets, and it really is not as good as maybe Verizon, which has a full, gigabit up and down. We don't have the best internet here. It's kind of an issue. So what we're using is the service called Easy Live, and I'm going to draw a cloud here because Easy Live is in the cloud. So our encoder, and I know it's getting a little complicated, but hopefully I'm breaking this down for you guys. Our encoder streams a nice big fat 6 megabit per second stream, as opposed to, which we've done in the past and we regularly do, maybe a 4 megabit stream to YouTube, a 2 megabit stream to Facebook, a 3 megabit stream to Twitch, and then another stream to LinkedIn. It adds up to A, lot of processing power that we don't want to put on our computer, and B, more bandwidth than we have available. So by just sending one high bitrate stream to Easy Live in the cloud, Easy Live has access to as much bandwidth as it needs. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. We're actually on Periscope, which is Twitter, and we're on LinkedIn. So it's doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high bandwidth, high bit rate streams and really high quality. And then the final thing is the frame rate. The frame rate's really independent of the bit rate, but it's still important. Generally, we stream in 30 frames per second, which really gives you a natural kind of feeling for a talk show, and that's always good. But today we're streaming in 60 frames a second. You might be able to tell the difference. A little crisper, a little bit soap opera-ish is what Tess said. It really looks like
that's what it reminds me of.
But it's really good for slow motion instant replay because instead of 30 frames per second, we have 60 frames per second. So when you see Tess and I playing ping pong in a moment and Michael's recording to our local hard drive, 4 cameras are being recorded at 60 frames per second each. When we slow that down to maybe 25%, maybe 50% speed, we've still got enough frames to really give a realistic, cool instant replay. So that's what you guys are going to see today. I wanted to show all of that. I could whiteboard forever. We're going to be going to our podcasting studio as well. It's interesting how we connect our broadcast studio to a podcast studio hundreds of feet away. We can talk about that in the podcast, but let's get to the fun, the action, the ping pong tournament.
All right.
You ready?
Are you ready? I'm ready.
All right,
Let's
do
ready.
it. Now we have a play-by-play microphone for Brian. Brian's going to be doing our play-by-play. Play-by-play is important.
And keeping score.
And keeping score, which is an interesting thought as well. Mike has a scoreboard he's going to show. We're doing a lot with not that many people, but this is what we really like to do. Mike's going to switch the camera. There we go. This is a camera right here and over the shoulder, but Mike has some really cool 3 camera layouts. You know what I'm talking about, Mike. And Brian's over here. He's going to be keeping score. The way the score is being kept is actually on a secondary laptop because Mike's got a lot going on. He's got a lot of inputs, a lot of microphones. He's trying to stream to all these destinations.
Got 99 problems, but the stream ain't one.
So we can take a little bit of the responsibility off of Mike for scoreboard stuff and just go ahead and call that 30x to the other preset. And it looks like the other camera too is on the wrong preset.
I mean, we like looking at you, Brian, but not that much.
And so while Mike is doing that, I'll just continue to explain that Brian has a laptop connected with the NewTek NDI. So with the NewTek NDI, he can have a scoreboard and
control it independently.
Send that information over to Mike, and Mike is able to then see that. All right, you got Tess in there. Just one more. I believe it's the.
I'm ready.
Wait.
Brian, while we're doing this, I'm going to need you to be monitoring Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope,
okay, cool,
and LinkedIn chat.
Here we go.
Easy.
Got it?
That's okay.
You think you can handle that?
There we go. It's coming. It's coming. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start. You guys are going to see the live instant replay. A lot of cameras in here. At least, Mike, you're showing off the PTZ control. I like that. We didn't have a lot of setup time today. So this is our setup. Here we go. Mike's got actually multiple layouts that are going to be really cool. We have a ceiling camera.
What a way to enter into LinkedIn.
Oh, and don't forget to show the scoreboard. Let's get that scoreboard rolling. Don't worry about my phone.
All right, hold on. I'll get
All right.
All right, one more second.
Oh my gosh, he's holding the paddle in midair.
There we go. Okay, 0-0.
Okay.
All right, I'm trying. All right, here we go. We're going to record.
All right. We got the instant replay going.
All right, we're in. Start.
Here we go.
And the volley begins. The match is already heated.
All right, 1-0.
That's a point for you.
Is Brian's microphone on? All right. So
right.
Brian's doing the play-by-play. Go ahead and you're the director
Brian,
now,
play
Brian.
us by play, Brian.
All right. And the next volley starts.
Okay.
Keep it simple for now, but give it some time.
Oh!
The training has built up after so long.
Now, Brian, you know how to do the score, right? All right.
Brian, you're
it's
crushing
1-1 now, as far as I know. All right, 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I got to show the...
Paul and I get pretty competitive, so.
Oh, this is the replay.
Oh, we got a replay?
The devastation.
The devastation.
Here's the second round.
Mike's showing off the instant replay here. He has the ability to slow it down real slow or make it go fast. Score is 1-1.
The
Look at
level
that.
of play is astronomical.
Boom.
Uh-oh, what's going to happen?
This is when I think I hit the net by accident.
Wait, we got it.
Oh,
Just
makes it
makes
over.
it. Oh.
Oh, Tess does a tough volley. Oh, awesome. All right. And the cool thing is Mike literally has the option to do 4 different instant replay cameras. The score is 1-1. Tess, I'm going to let you serve since you scored, okay?
Okay, it has to hit once and then I hit
Yes.
it, right?
Test with a perfect serve. Keeping the volley nice and steady. Oh, the edge shots.
Oh!
No! And I
Wow.
just had an edge shot.
So close.
Okay.
Let's see how that panned out.
Test with a perfect serve. Keeping the volley nice and steady.
Another camera mic, maybe? A little better angle. There you go. There you go.
I'll show that.
Okay. That's a good shot for the instant replay.
Oh.
Yep, once you hit me on the side there, it really oh! Out the door. Oh, look at his face.
I'm so mad.
Let's show that a little bit again. Hold on. There we go.
This is where it happens. Oh. Okay, so here we
Wait.
go.
All right, so
And the match
You
continues.
two, me one.
The match continues.
All right.
Here we go.
Hold on. Sorry.
There is no hold on in live production,
I
Mike.
know.
All right,
Go for it.
here we go. One. Ah,
Oh,
is that legal or not?
no, that's not legal.
Here.
We'll do a reserve on that one, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Tess is gonna have to bring in the big guns now.
Ah!
Oh,
I don't know what that means, but
All right, we'll give Tess the point for that one.
all right. Sounds good.
Instant replay.
right. I'm just ready to keep playing.
One of the things, Mike is very new at the instant replay. He's basically done it for 2 shows. So, what are you trying to do? Yeah, because you're on B.
you may be
should-
frozen for now,
Uh,
but the game is
is the
still
4 button?
just as heated.
It's not that.
In the comments, let us know what you think about our commentary. Should we keep Brian on?
Go ahead. Oh, you have it at 0. That's why.
Is there something in my hair,
it at
Brian, or
0.
is that my glasses?
There we go.
Oh, I like the side view.
All right. No, hold on. Let me get this. Oh, yep. There we go.
There you go.
Come on, what ping
There
pong
you go.
tournament
Mike's
doesn't
getting
need
the hang
this
of it
system?
now.
Okay. So I'm showing all this. Is the
There we
same
go. Now he's
shot.
got
See
4
all the angles.
4 angles of instant replay.
Oof.
Now we're getting it. See, that was basically Tess. I was just trying to help you out there. 'Cause
Oh,
you were going off thing,
right,
but
right.
no more of that. Okay, we're gonna go.
Got it.
Now
sure,
we're-
sure.
Now we're getting real. Okay,
Okay.
here we go. Now I'm done with the easy
Oh,
stuff.
oh,
Okay,
okay,
it's
okay.
2-2.
He's done with the easy stuff, guys.
Now
You know
we're
what
gonna get
that
into
means.
this. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
And showtime.
Oh!
Beautiful edge shot by Tess.
Oh no,
man.
no!
Oh!
He's bringing in
Oh,
the
she
big
made me
guns.
run
He's
for
done.
it. Oh, so we chose ping pong because there's a lot of interactivity. We have 4 1080p, 60 frame per second cameras on the action. I got to see the instant replay on that, Mike. That looked like a good one. And it makes it fun to look at the instant. Oh,
And
there we go. Oh,
beautiful edge shot.
there
This one
we
got intense.
go. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
Oh,
look
this
at
is when you
that.
got me. I went that way. You shot me on the other side. I went to go for it, and I couldn't get it fully.
That was funny.
That's great.
That
and
was great.
It's amazing that you can have a 4-camera instant replay system with a computer that you can get from CompuServe or whatever. I mean, a basic computer nowadays. It's awesome. Not a basic computer, a souped-up computer, but still. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. My serve.
Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Keeping it under control.
Oh,
the Tess
a
with the
tip
edge
on the
shot.
bottom. Wow, that one will look good from the
Whoa.
ceiling camera. Dang, Tess, you're winning.
Maybe
What are
I have
we-
a
what are
hidden
we playing
talent.
to?
I don't know.
Instant replay. Look at this shot. She just hits it all the way to the edge here.
Wait, I
Look at
think
this
it's
shot.
this one.
All the way. And I didn't even go for it. but it touched. Oh.
Does the white line mean anything?
Yeah,
I'm
the
sure
white
the
line's
chat
good.
is telling us.
Look at those reactions.
No. Look at Tess.
I was like,
Ooh.
oh.
All right, 4-2. We'll play to 7. Okay.
Okay.
Play to 7.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh man. If you win, I'm upset.
Oh,
Yay!
Got me on that one.
bad
All right.
reaction time there by Tess, but she's still in the lead.
Watch it.
Play-by-play is always important for
Oh,
any
yours.
sport, whether you're a school trying to live stream soccer, football, baseball, ping pong, anything. Having a good play-by-play person is so important because there's first of all, lots of students in schools want to volunteer. And that's an easy position for them to say, hey, I like sports. I can talk about sports. So it's a great volunteer position, whether you're in elementary, high school, college level sports. But it's also just fans, live viewers appreciate the commentary. All right, so we keep going. 4-3. I'm catching up with you, Tess.
All right.
Here we go.
Tess can't let Paula get this one, or it'll be neck and neck again. Tess with multiple edge shots. Again. She's ready for the Olympics.
Oh my
The
gosh.
4th edge shot. Jeez.
Oh, see, I told you I'm not going easy on
That
you
was
anymore.
looking good. We look
All right.
legit.
Boy, that was legit. That was 4-4. Super legit. Instant replay. Coming in hot. Mike's really learning how to use the system, slowing it down as needed.
It's a little wild.
Whoa. Oh. Oh! Oh, you got me again. All
No,
right.
you got me.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Here we go.
So that's our fall. All right, I got to pick it up.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
The game continues.
No!
Oh, an easy one. 5-4. All right, we're playing a 7.
All right.
Oh, the edge shots are constant from Tess.
Brian, you gotta help. You gotta
wait.
vote. You gotta.
All right,
The commentary.
in that scenario.
6-4. Only one left. Here we go. Last game point.
Okay.
Game point. Then we go to the podcast. Answer everybody's questions. I know a lot of you guys are in the chat room. We are here to answer your questions. Sometimes when Tess is playing ping pong against me, she can't keep her eye on the chat or else she just
Okay.
loses.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
And the showdown begins. Final point.
Game point.
Oh, the devastation.
First rock'em sock'em, then ping pong.
Answer everybody's
I never
questions. I
was
know
the
a lot of
most
you guys are in the chat. All right. Mike's going to show the final point in all its glory. I guess, Tess, you and I could probably go ahead and get ready in the podcasting studio,
Sure.
huh?
We'll meet you over there,
I will see you
friends.
guys